Hey folks, my name's Joe Warren and I'm the Associate Product Manager here on the Revenue Hub team at HubSpot. And I am in charge of billing migrations onto Revenue Hub contracts. Today, I'm going to show you an awesome and intuitive way you can leverage AI to really simplify the migration process. So let's put ourselves in the shoes of a customer. I see these new reports that are enabled by Revenue Hub contracts, and I'm ecstatic. These are the sorts of recurring revenue waterfall reports I've always wanted to give, clarity, insight to me about my business. But there's a problem. I have a legacy billing system which is completely broken, and I have no idea how to translate it into the data model for Revenue Hub. This might seem like an extreme example, but it's actually very common. What we have here are three different documents that essentially serve as contracts. This is going to dictate how a customer is billed. And then I have this labyrinth of a CSV, which essentially has, relationship of customer to contract, invoice history, what's actually been billed, what is going to be billed, and then how products relate to all of these different instances of line items. And so as excited as I am to see this report, when I think about transferring this data or transforming this data into a format that's ingestible into this data model, it can seem really overwhelming, but no more. I'm going to show you a really exciting way that we can get at this. And it's pretty seamless in a matter of moments. So here we are in my HubSpot portal. We can see, sadly, my waterfall report is completely blank. And that's because if we look right here, I don't have any contracts. Now, essentially what I did to set this up is I went into my settings of my portal, and then I went to private apps, projects, and then I created this project. And what this project does is it gives me all of the API access I need to run through this migration. Now, you don't need to leverage the developer projects to go this route. You can just use the import and get some incredible efficiencies from AI there. But I wanted to see how far I could take it. And that's really what the goal of this video is. So I've got this new Codex session queued up, and I just confirmed that this Codex session does have all the access that it needs here. And I'll X out of that. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is drop in this .mv file, which is trained up on our data model. And it's also trained up on all the questions that people overlook when they're migrating, because just having the bare minimum to migrate does not actually mean that's a successful migration, right? You could migrate a contract without an associated company or an associated deal, but is that the actual right decision to really have the best CRM? Probably not. And so this .md file will try and guide you down a very particular path aimed at giving you the best migration experience, but you don't have to use it that way. At the end of the day, it's just some context and you can interact with it however you want. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, hey, I need help migrating these contracts onto the Revenue Hub data model. If anything is unclear, ask me some questions and I'll answer them so that we can transform this data into the awesome Revenue Hub contracts system. And I'm going to say, I want to migrate billing. And this is a key thing, right? Because it's not just about seeing the reports that really causes people to balk at the idea of bringing everything over into HubSpot. It's the idea of losing continuity across your billing systems. You're billing your customer, you might not have the best system, but you're getting those invoices out. And there's a lot of hesitation around, touching anything that's out there collecting money. But our system, once you adopt it, is going to be faster. And as you'll see here, actually transitioning over is really straightforward. So I want to migrate billing with manual payments, not automatic, although we certainly have an option to migrate automatic payments as well. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this off and then pause while it works. And we are back. So that took a little bit, and that's the idea, right? We want to be thoughtful about the decisions we're making leading up to a migration. So there's a few different things it's going to ask you about. HubSpot billing override start date, the date you want HubSpot to begin billing. Are you migrating payment tokens or not? A lot of questions like that, if you want to just zoom out, and don't go down the path that the .md file is driving you down. Just say, hey, let's take a step back and explain it. At the end of the day, it's just context. But I went through and answered all the questions that it asked, and ultimately I got this CSV. Now, one thing worth calling out is, why do we need a private app right now? Why is that a big efficiency add if all this is going to do is generate a CSV for import? There's a couple of reasons that I think that this approach is a lot more efficient. One is that the type of migration that you want to execute will impact the structure that your portal needs. And so you may need to create some custom properties, and that will depend on the type of migration. And what's nice about having a connected app like this do it is it can just look and say, hey, you don't have the right properties. Do you want to create one? I can talk you through that. And the other thing that's really nice about this is that with the import API, I can just say, okay, great. Go ahead and import using the API. And this will go work for a couple more seconds. And then we'll be able to see all this data in action right where it belongs in a connected revenue system. So after working for a little while longer here, Codex did proceed to import through the API. Now, it pushed back a little bit and tried to drive me to test more. And that's one thing I want to pull out. These recurring revenue reports are built off of immutable events. And so you cannot preview them with billable contracts, but you can preview them with non-billable contracts, make sure everything looks good, and then proceed to migrate. And that's really where a flow like this starts to become extra beneficial, because then you're able to, have the Codex operator interacting with the preview in a sandbox in one screen, and then the actual draft or migration imports in the other. But all that is to say, this process has run smoothly. And so as we saw, this is what the page looked like before it was completed. Now, if I click refresh, we will see that these 3 contracts are represented inside of HubSpot in a draft state. Now, what's great about this is I can click into any of these contracts and get some additional insight. What's the future billing schedule going to look like? Does this map to what I'm really looking to accomplish? And, you can cross-check with your legacy system there. And then if we go back over to contracts and we go to the import page, you'll see that we do have the import right here. Now, this is really the key step for executing a migration. As I mentioned, until we actually activate and migrate these contracts, this report will not update. But once I've validated that the recurring revenue reports look good, if I need the revenue continuity use case in a draft state, or in a non-billable state, and once I've validated that the future billing schedules look good of the billable contracts that I am migrating, then I can come over here to the complete migration step. Now, if anything fails to validate against our billing engine, it'll be right here in the needs attention section. But honestly, we've put a lot of that burden on Codex here. And so if you're following the steps here, you're probably going to have most of your contracts in this state. And all you've got to do here is click migrate 3 contracts. I understand. This is the key thing, right? You understand HubSpot's going to start billing. This is a real contract in HubSpot. And so that legacy system, if it is doing automated billing, you'll need to coordinate shutting that down. But here we go. We take that off. It's going to take just a couple of minutes here to process. But then afterward, if we go back over to the contracts page, we will see those contracts as active, and you'll see the next billing date. And on that date, we're going to send an invoice. Now, if we go inside the reports, this is the moment of truth. This is what drove me to go through this really not that long of a process, but seems daunting. If I click refresh, voila, we've got the recurring revenue reports, and these are reflective of the revenue from my legacy system and going forward in HubSpot now that I've completed the migration. So this .md file is really opinionated about driving you down a certain cautious path. I figure better to measure twice, measure 3 times, and cut once with migrations. And that's what that .md file is really designed to do. So it may bring you down a path where you're like, why am I testing this again? Why am I doing these previews? That's okay. I figured it's it's better to start down that path and over-index there. But at the end of the day, it's just context. And if you start to get the hang of this, you can structure that and adjust it accordingly so it doesn't have so many guardrails in there. What we touched on today is really just scraping the surface. Like I mentioned, there's so much further you can take this by leveraging, multiple, sandbox environments and things of that nature. But we're super excited, and I'm sure Anybody that has a contract in revenue system like this is going to be super excited for folks like you who are able to help them bring it into a better system. Thanks.